What's going on, everybody? So let's talk about tempo runs and how to add variety to them, take them to the next level, okay, which makes it more race specific. Coach Jason here from Top Line Running. Hope you're doing well. Now, we're kind of approaching the end of cross country season or at the end of cross country season. And hopefully, coaches and athletes don't abandon tempo runs just because cross country is over. It's an important component of development as we move forward. But I want to show you some options on how to add some track variety to it to make it a little bit more specific to the events that you're going to be running. Okay. By the way, if you're a runner or coach, please make sure that you're subscribed here and make sure your notifications are turned on. That way, when new videos come out, you'll be notified. When I go live, you'll know it as well. I greatly appreciate it. Okay, we're on a path to 5,000 subscribers. Your support really means the world, and I thank you for it. So, again, adding variety to tempo runs, right? Take your races to the next level. Variety is not a sexy name, but here's a way of really, really enhancing your tempo runs, okay? Here's middle distance, okay? Give you a couple examples. Example one is always a good warm up, drills and strides, okay? And whatever your first rep is, in this instance, whatever your prescribed pace is for the tempos, let's just say it's at 6 minute pace. You do 2 times the 200 beforehand with a 200-meter jog recovery, and you try to find the pace in there. You're on 45, 44 seconds for the 200s. Helps you find the pace of the tempo run of the first rep you're going to run, so that you're not having to use that part of the workout to find the pace. So this is definitely a helpful transition piece. So 2 times 200, and then you do a 10-minute tempo. Take your 5-minute active recovery. Then you can do 3 times the 600 at 3K pace. Okay, whatever that pace is, with a 2-minute recovery. Take a 5 minutes after the last one. Then go back to 10 minutes again. Another tempo, 5-minute recovery. Then you do 3 times the 300 at mile pace with a 1-minute recovery. Okay, so you still got your 20-minute tempo here, right? But it's broken into pieces, and we add something at 3K pace and mile pace here. Okay, that's a good strength-oriented tempo for middle distance runners. Now, let's bump it down a little bit. So again, second one, 10-minute tempo, take a 5-minute active recovery, 2 times a 500 with a 90-second recovery at mile pace. Then you take a 5-minute recovery after the last rep, do another 10-minute tempo, 5-minute recovery, and then you can do 2 times 250 meters with a 2-minute recovery at 800-meter pace. Okay, so again, the same 20 minutes of tempo, just broken up into pieces, and then something at mile pace, something at 800-meter pace. So a little bit more middle distance oriented there as well. Okay, and the last one, 10-minute tempo, take a 5-minute active recovery, do 1 600-meter rep at mile pace. Take a 5-minute recovery. Then you do a 10-minute tempo, 5-minute recovery, then do 300-meter rep at 800-meter pace with a 5-minute recovery. And then do another 5-minute tempo. So for those that are up to 25 minutes, this is a way of doing this as well. Take a 5-minute recovery after the last 5 minutes, and then you do 150-meter rep at 400-meter pace. Okay, so it's cutting down and getting faster. This is a good mid to late season workout. Shows how sharp you are. It also shows how strong you are, how strong you are. And again, this offers you an opportunity to run race pace when your legs are already a little bit fatigued from the tempo in the beginning and the middle of the workout. So it's a good way of simulating something differently. That way, when you go back and do 600-meter reps fresh without the tempo, you can cruise a little bit faster and it'll feel a heck of a lot better. You recover better. Now, those are middle distance type tempo runs with variety. Now, let's switch it over. Let's go to distance. Okay. 2 mile, as always, good warm up drills and strides, the same traditional 200s. 2 mile tempo is workout one, 4-minute recovery. We cut the recovery here for a minute. It's more distance oriented. Then you do 2 times a K at 5K pace. With a 2-minute recovery after the rep, you do 4 minutes after the last rep. Then you do another 2-mile tempo, take a 4-minute recovery, and then you do 2 times a 600 at 3K pace with a 2-minute recovery after each rep. So you got your 4 miles worth of tempo, but you got two times a K and 2 times a 600 as well. So it's 6 miles worth of volume here. Okay, but broken into pieces. Okay, a good early to mid-season workout. Next up, you can do 2-mile tempo, take a 4-minute active recovery, then do 2 times the 600 at 3K pace now. 2 minutes after the rep, 4 minutes after the last one. Do another 2-mile tempo, then 3 times a 300 with a 90-second recovery at mile pace. Okay, so the first time we went 5K pace to 3K pace with the tempos, and now we're dropping 3K pace down to mile pace with the tempos, giving distance runners a chance to step down and do some a little faster stuff. Okay, that's workout 2, and then workout 3, 2-mile tempo, 4-minute recovery, then 2 times an 800, 5K pace for the first one, 3K pace for the second one. Okay, 2-minute recovery after the rep, 4 minutes after the last one. Then do another 2-mile tempo, 4-minute recovery, and then you do 3 times a 400 here. You progress from 3K pace down to mile pace. Take a 1-minute recovery after each one. If you can get close to 800-meter pace for your last one, even better. Okay, so now we're touching base and getting a little bit faster throughout the workout itself. Okay, so here are some options. Okay, good options for middle distance runners who want to step up with the distance oriented. Good options for distance runners who want to step down with the middle distance oriented. This gives you some things to work with, and it also gives you a chance to separate groups. Some people might need a little bit less of this, a little bit more of that, and so on and so forth. So these tempo run options here are great workouts that you can infuse early, mid to late season. You can do them every couple of weeks if you want. You can also complement them with straight tempo runs, straight 20-minute tempo runs, straight 25 minutes, 4 miles, whatever you do, and then add some speed on the back end. This just allows you to throw stuff within the tempo run, which simulates accelerating, surging mid-race, right? Especially in a long race or a shorter race. So this kind of throws a different dynamic in there, but it also helps you attack, like I said, when you're fatigued from the tempo run. Okay, because there are certain times where you're going to be, sometimes you'll feel fatigued, and sometimes the only solution is running faster, picking up the pace. That's happened to me a lot when I was running competitively. The only way I would feel better is if I accelerated and started to run faster. Kind of strange, but it has happened. So if you have any questions, let me know. Reach out to me. blackbeltrunningcoach@gmail.com is my email address. Hit the thumbs up if you enjoyed this content as well. I greatly appreciate it. Okay, and again, feel free to reach out to me. If you have a TikTok, Access the Coach is my TikTok account. Okay, please follow me there as well. I put out content there. I put out content here, but you can reach me either way. Okay, I mentor coaches and athletes on a regular, help them design their training programs, help them set up workouts. And again, it's not always what you do. It's also when you do it. How to fit these things, especially in track. It's a longer season in indoor track or winter track. So there is an opportunity to race too much. So sometimes racing less and training more is a good solution. I know it's not going to be that way for everybody, but I found that through personal experience, it works. It works. So have a great season, everybody. Hope you're doing well. If you had a great cross country season, congratulations. Take your time to recover, transition to track. If you have any questions, let me know. Talk to you next time.